There are wood chips in my beard because, yeah, we actually do things around here. In fact, I just heard a great quote from a guy. Went something to the effect of, there's people that do and people that talk about doing, and I'm one of those people that does. I was like, that's great. So over here we have some pine logs that were cut in the spring, and Grandma needs a clothesline, or at least is adamant that she has one. So what I've done is taken that saw, the 391, and took some logs here and just basically quartered them, and did the same thing with this right here. And I'm gonna make two T's. So these are my cross arms and these are my uprights. But before I do that, I need to peel the bark, what's left of it, using the Ontario RTAC 2 as a draw knife. See that? RTAC 2. And again, like, we use our stuff around here. So if I don't peel the bark, it will eventually lead to rot, and it will also keep me from putting some kind of clear coat on these once they thoroughly dry, to protect them from the weather. And so the bark must go, and that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna peel bark. So peel the bark off the logs, and with that there giant knife. And so I'm thinking to myself, is like, you know, it gets this layer of almost like dirt, you know, decomposed stuff like this underneath the bark, you know, and it's damn near dirt in between the bark and the wood. And I'm like, man, if I only had a wire brush, I could clean that up. And I looked everywhere for a wire brush, and I'm like, huh, well, don't have one of those. What do I have? I got more pine needles, literally semi-loads of pine needles around here. So what I've been doing, you know, you see scrubbed, not scrubbed, is just taking the pine needles like this and cleaning it up, using what God gave me to get the job done. And then after you scrub it up, it's not bad, not half bad. And as these dry out, they get upright and dry out, a lot of that stuff will fall off as well. But handful of pine needles, and man, I got them everywhere. I want to show you guys too, this is the sheath to the RTAC 2, that giant knife. And here you'll see a Milwaukee fastback that's many years old and has had hard use, and I still love it. So I recently did a review on this knife, and I've told you guys that I have them in a whole bunch of different systems, and I do. And there's one right there. And then in this pouch here, this pocket here on the sheath, you could put a sharpening stone in there. I have a tinder kit in here, and this knife is like one-stop shopping for going to the woods for me. And mostly what I use this fastback for is for making shavings, and if I need to zip open the gut of an animal, having a razor knife is great. And then I've got tinder and fire starter in here, and then basically a hand axe in this giant knife. And so that's how I have this set up for that RTAC. So yeah, and a little bit of cordage wrapped around there. But I just want to show you guys, yeah, we practice what we preach. That Milwaukee fastback is one of several that we have, and it's been in service for a long time. So, and I got these peeled and rubbed down with pine needles, and I'm gonna get some fasteners and fasten these suckers up. Checking back in with the lovely talented.
Yes.
My weather lady slash better half. You've been really busy lately.
Yeah.
We've not been great about Women's Wednesdays.
Oh.
But we're gonna get better at it again. I've been really busy, which is making you even more really busy.
Right.
But you got this cool toboggan from YL.
Yes.
Stop moving it.
Well, I'm trying to get it so you can see it.
Young Living. Yeah, from your oily people.
Yeah.
So you've been rocking it with the oily people, and I've been wide open with prosperity and Patreon and personal coaching, and then this homestead thing that we do.
And kids.
And then the holidays, and trying to explain to people, hey, we love you guys. We just don't do this Christmas thing anymore.
Right.
But if you want to have a winter hangout, we're cool with that. And like, what? Well, what does that look like? Like Christmas, but without all the Christmas stuff. And they're like, this is literally the face I make. I know, we're weird, but that's okay. So anyway, yeah, we've been busy.
It's been crazy.
Yeah. But we're gonna get back on the Women's Wednesdays.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yep. I like our women followers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and we've gotten to talk to several of them on the phone here recently too,
yeah.
which has been cool. So, yeah, you know who you are. Shalom, sisters.
Yeah.
So cool. How's the brush going?
It's burning.
It is. You said you feel like all we do is drag brush, and you feel like the people are going to think that all we do is drag brush.
Yeah.
It's a big part of our life, isn't it?
It is, but like, I don't know, probably 40-ish, 50-ish years. The property was just
never got a haircut.
Go. Yeah, so it may very well take us 40 or 50 years to finally get it all cleaned up.
It's gonna take a
brush for days and days.
It's gonna take a miracle of modern medicine.
Yeah.
I'll be out here half hunched over, dragging brush.
Yeah. But see, come over here.
See, come over here. Okay, we're seeing come over hearing. It's so muddy. It's so muddy.
Why you have purple mud?
You need to call the HOA and tell them to get out here and pave this. This is just terrible. Right. Yeah, we can see it.
Well, you gotta go back up this way.
So
the little watery fall-y.
Yeah, there's a little waterfall back there. You guys probably can't see it, but then it comes through here like this, and then it turns,
and then there's another little
and it goes
right here.
back that way, back towards where the bridge is gonna sit, and then there's a footbridge over there.
Right.
And so you wanted to get this cleared out for pretties.
Well, there's a a place you can come down right here.
Right.
And it'd be a cool like kid play in the water, since our daughter sees water and must be in it. Chicken's going crazy. So, but it's a cool little landing when it's flowing nicely and not a rushing tyrant of water. And so I want to get it all cleared out and make it a nice little hangout spot.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because
it's just, there's a lot. I mean, like,
well, it illustrates the point that wanting something to happen isn't enough for it to happen. Yeah. You have to actually do the things to make the things happen.
Yeah.
Which is what you're doing now.
Yep. And
which you started on your own without me.
Right. Yeah, I had my little handsaw, and then progressed up to the sawzall. Came out here with the sawzall and went to town on, branches that biggish. And then there was a bunch left that were too big or too long, like especially with the cedars, like they get so long that it's hard to sawzall them because they break, and then
they snap in half while you're
right,
cutting
your blade
them.
gets stuck and all that stuff. So I told T that I needed him and his chainsaw skills to come out here, but a lot of it's like invasive species, like this spirea, which it smells really good, but
is this poisonous?
No. No, don't eat. Well, I mean, it might be if you eat it.
Oh.
It's not poisonous to touch. But it's highly invasive.
Oh.
And so, like, turn around and, like, it's all of this.
Right.
And, you know, some of it's this big, some of it's this big, some of it's this big. And
you're killing it.
yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Literally.
Gotta,
Not like, that's not like a motivational thing. You're actually killing it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's coming out.
Cool. All right, I'm going to get some lag bolts and get back to this clothesline thing.
Fine.
Say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Say bye to the people.
Bye, people.
InterstateSteel.com. All right, I got a cross arm attached to the upright using an assortment of ledger locks, 5/16 drive ledger locks, and 1/2 inch drive lag bolts. We used our framing square and approximated square, given that this is all rough cut. But you can see there's the upright, and now we've got a cross member on it, and I'm probably gonna put a little arm from here to here and from here back to here to just give it a little bit of extra stability and, you know, one more feature to look at. So there's one more to do. Oh, by the way, bored this out with a spade bit, 1 inch spade bit. So there you go. It's kind of like doing a distribution line, but on the ground, and we're not in bucket trucks or on pole climbing gaffs. So yeah, it's like hanging cross arms. All right, first time the wifey's seen these. We're gonna get your reaction.
Okay.
On camera. You better love it. That's all I'm saying.
I love it.
There's one.
Uh-huh.
And over here, there's another one.
All right.
What do you think?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You dig it?
Uh-huh.
It'd be good for a clothesline?
Yeah.
Rustic construction?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad for a chainsaw.
No.
You like it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You did a really great job,
You
Haley.
did a really
Thanks,
great
babe.
job, babe.
You're the best. I love you so much. Oh, I love you too. You're incredible. I can't believe what a good
Look,
job you
I
did.
can't say
Thank you.
anything if you take the words out of my mouth, okay?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you did a fantastic job.
Do I get an
love
up top?
it.
Okay,
Love
cool. All right. Now, I got to drag these across the creek to Grandma's house. All the way over there. Clotheslines. Ah, what are those? What are they? What do they look like? Don't do that.
A teepee pole?
A teepee pole. Yeah, it's a teepee pole. Yep.
Could be.
Yep. This is the toilet paper pole. You got to wipe your butt with this now. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. Say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Hi, people.
Oh, look, it's a baby.
Looks like your
people.
face is made of the sun right now.
Look, it's a baby people.
A baby people with a basketball.
No, don't put it
That's
in
gonna
the
go in the
Wawa.
creek. You should probably go make that not go in the creek.
No,
Okay.
all in the Wawa.
All right, now I'm gonna haul these across the creek and we'll get them stood up. What's that verse about? Lift up your cross and follow me. Bear your cross and do the things. I don't know. It's some verse about hiking up the driveway with a 8-foot long cross on your shoulder, I think. I don't remember.
Splash in the water right here. Or...
You're on camera.
Oh, hi.
You've done a lot since last we saw you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you really have.
Well, it's all that Syria. Because it gets so freaking bushy.
It gets so flippin' bushy.
Yeah, like it's, well, like the stalks aren't very big, but like the canopy
Right.
is huge. And, you know, like I don't mind some of it because it does give good shade. But, like this was just covered in it.
Yeah, you did great.
So,
You've really done great.
thank you.
Okay, I got to call on a few Bub's got the baby. You're on baby backup.
Is she napping yet?
Ish.
Ish.
Good job, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is day 2. We got one up, and we dug a hole about 20 inches deep and poured 2 sacks of concrete. I say we, I did this, and poured 2 sacks of concrete in the hole and plumbed it up. And now I got to take this here bucket and dip it in the pond over there and splash a little water on there so that'll harden up, stay plumb. If this was like serious construction, I'd put some braces, angle braces down to stakes in the ground to hold that plumb, you know, dead plumb. But it's not. We're gonna hang clothes on it, and by we I mean Grandma is. Man, I'm so inclusive today. So yeah, we're just out here, day 2, getting this clothesline put together because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, which is Christmas Day, and we don't do the Christmas thing anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But it's awful hard to do this in the rain, so we're not gonna. So there's one in, I'll get the other one in. There are 4 tadpoles, 1, 2, 3, 4 in this bucket. It's December 24th. I don't know why there's tadpoles in that little pond, but there are. And now they get to be part of the concrete. Yay! Second one going up. Just wanted to show you guys I'm using this shovel to prop that up. There's the first one down there, and here's the second one. And first sack of concrete's in. I'll put the second sack of concrete in here directly, and then it'll cure, and then we'll come back and put the eye bolts and the coated metal wire up. So through the magic of YouTube editing and iPhones, it's now day 3, and we're going up to Grandma's house to finish the clothesline. Although in reality, it's more like day 17 because it's rained here incessantly for the last 10 days or so. So yeah, we're gonna go finish this clothesline. Say hi, babe.
Hi.
Hi. That's Hame Biscuits. She has a YouTube channel. She's also my wife. You're pretty cool. Right? For a chick, right? You're all right for a chick, that's for sure. So you can go check her out. You are, what are you doing? Incubator stuff?
Right now, yeah.
Incubator stuff.
Incubating.
You're turning my breakfast into dinner.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna go do this now. Oh, also, remember when I asked you, I was like, do I have a limp? Because the internet keeps telling me I have a limp. And what did you say?
I said, no, he just walks gangsta. No, his shoulders are so large that, like, you know, a normal person's walk, you know, you have a little bit of shoulder movement, but I also think it's like holding the phone and trying to keep it steady.
It's accentuated because it's all the way out here.
Yeah, and your big shoulders, like, you walk.
So
like
I don't have a limp.
No.
I'm just a gangster.
Yeah.
And I have gigantic shoulders.
Yeah, with straw in your beard.
Straw in my beard. That's how you know I'm a farmer, man. Well, from the country. From the country. Some guy recently in the comments was like, you should see what them country boys are going to do with 30-06s when the world ends. I'm like, bro, I was born and raised on a farm. Know all about the 30-06. Thank you. So let's go do this thing.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right. So we got one ring in. We pre-drilled these. And these are these guys right here. And so as you can see, we just pre-drill a hole right there. And then this will go in there. And this is a 5/16 shank. So I got a 1/4 inch hole drilled so that it will still bite. And I'm gonna pretend that I can do this and YouTube at the same time. Can you do it? Can you hold? Good.
I think so.
Good. Like that. Like that.
Okay.
Good. So, do like that, get it started, and take the old wrencho, and then just spin her in. And right, almost. See, it has been raining here forever. See, that's mud.
Yeah, it went up that far.
It
Just falling.
went up that far just falling. Good times. There we go, like that. Okay, cool. And we'll do the other end and then hang the wire. Okay, so we have these little itty bitty wire rope clamps and this plastic lined or plastic coated wire. And the reason for that is, you know, if you use a colored rope, like a red rope, it puts red lines in your white clothes, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep, and that's a problem, or whatever. And so this doesn't rust, it doesn't, you know, it's just
Grandma
good.
doesn't like the string, like the cotton string
Right.
that you get at most places nowadays. She doesn't like that. She wanted the coated wire.
So we got coated wire.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're tying a little half hitch around here and then running it back through this little wire rope clamp and then torque those down and then you're good. Do we need the half hitch? No, we don't need it. I like it though, so that's what we're doing. And you're about to run that out over there for the other line.
Yeah, you just gotta tie this.
I will tie that. Okay, so I thought that this thing had a hook on the end to hook through here, but it doesn't. So we cut off a little bit of wire and we made these loopies, which is a technical term, loopy, right here, using these, again, these little itty bitty wire clamps and the wire to hang these so that we can tension up the clothesline. So I'm doing this one and my lovely talented is doing that one. Turnbuckles are in. Just gonna clip this wire, torque these down, and then call it a clothesline.
And that's how you clothesline.
That stupid post or pole needs to go. Okay, so yeah, just got a text from one of my patrons about banana hammocks. That's fun. Anyway, yeah, there you go. The clothesline is complete until my wife makes me build her one. I like this architectural look kind of thing. I think it looks pretty good. So, and they're sturdy. I mean, it's pine, and this is probably a 4x6, you know, 4 thick, 6 wide. So, not gonna come apart anytime soon. Anchored into the ground with concrete, rough cut with a chainsaw. I mean, you can see it's got a little swoop in it, but what are you gonna do? It's got character. New hardware, coated line, which is, there's tension on it, but not so much tension. You know, you don't want it tight as a banjo string, but you don't want it flopping in the breeze either. So right about there seems good. And if we need to, we can add more tension to it because we still got plenty of take up on our turnbuckles. And yeah, there we go. See, there's the old turnbuckle right there. Dose of them. So, the creation of a rustic clothesline. Shalom.